Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So today I'm doing a Q&A. I've done so many Q&As in the past, but I felt like doing another one because you guys always have questions for me. And we'll see what questions there are. I've asked you on Snapchat and I also asked you on Twitter to me some questions. So I'm going to look through my Snapchat now. I haven't actually looked at them yet. So we'll see what there is. Bethelyn1984 on Snapchat has said, how do you feel going to the gym? Do many people look at you funny because you're exercising in a wheelchair? I don't feel nervous about going to the gym. I can understand why people do feel intimidated because, especially in my situation, because I'm paralysed, there's not much I can use in the gym, so it may look like I'm doing the same things when I go in there. I don't go like every day because I'm not going to do the same exercise every day. People don't really take no notice of me. I think when you're in a gym, you're focusing on yourself, and the gym that I go to, there's a lot of guys there and they're definitely just, working on their own physiques. They're not really interested in what I'm doing. But to be honest, even if they did, I'd be like, well, you're a bit of an idiot because I'm doing something for me. And I think you should always do it for yourself. I literally don't care what people think of me in the gym, really. I think, well, at least I'm there and I'm being healthy and I'm exercising and I'm working with what I've got. I haven't got a lot to work with, but I'm working with what I've got, and I think that's the main thing. And also, I hope it's inspiring you guys who may be in similar situations or in a situation where you're nervous about going, that you can go, because literally there's nothing to worry about. I don't always know what I'm doing. I tried a different sort of exercise yesterday, and I was like, people probably thinking, what the hell is she doing? But it's like, you've got to try things. So yeah, I don't really care. People don't really look at me funny, to be honest. But I really love going. I'm noticing a difference in a change in my body, so that makes me more motivated. So yeah, I love it. Marilena MHK on Snapchat has said, are you planning sometime to adopt kids? I can have children myself, so I wouldn't need to adopt children, but if in the future that was something I had to do because of I don't know, you never know what's going to happen, do you? I would definitely adopt. I think that's such an amazing thing to do, and it must be so rewarding that I think that would be such a privilege to be able to give a child a good home and a good life. But I haven't got any plans for children, obviously. I'm single and I'm not at that stage in my life, I guess. Beebs Howie has said, what is your favourite makeup brand? That is the hardest question. I get that question every time I do a Q&A and I literally cannot answer it, because when you're a makeup lover like myself, you'll know that you cannot choose. It's like choosing a favourite child. So I can't answer that. And she's also said, and what would you tell yourself if you could go back and tell your younger self some advice? I would say, don't worry about what people think. Always believe in yourself, trust your gut instinct, and just get out there in the world and do your thing. But to be honest, I've always done that, but it would be nice to look back and, the times when I was down and low and thinking I wasn't great or I couldn't do amazing things, I would say to me, you can do those amazing things and you will do those amazing things, so keep believing in yourself. Goretina has said, do you edit your own videos and what programs do you use to edit? I edit my own videos. I'm so bad at editing, I don't do anything fancy. I wish I could be good as Tashi, because she's so good at editing. I just edit, so it's just edited, so it's just fine. But I just use Final Cut Pro. I used to use iMovie, it's pretty much the same for what I do. But yeah, I edit it myself. And her other question is, do people stop you all the time when you're out? Do they ask to take pictures of you? Do you like it when fans, followers stop you and talk to you, or do you feel stalked? I love it when people say hi to me. It's so lovely. And when I was in Barcelona a couple of weeks ago, I had 3 people come up to me who lived in Barcelona, which I thought was so cute, that they came up to me and told me that they watched my videos, that they have me inspiration. So if you're watching, hi, it was so nice to meet you. But I don't get it all the time. I think some people probably don't come up to people anyway, but the people who do come up to me, I think it's so lovely. And no, I definitely don't feel stalked. I'm not surrounded by people. It's really lovely, and it feels, when people tell me, share a bit of their story and tell me how I've helped them and stuff, that's just so overwhelming, and it brings a tear to my eye in some ways because it's just such an amazing feeling. Name786 has said, I love your ear piercings. How many do you have? Well, I've actually taken one out today because it was a bit sore, so I'm going to put it back in a minute. But on this side I have 3, this side I have 7, so I have 10 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fern Taylor has said, would you ever create a sequel to your book to celebrate your achievements such as YouTube and Instagram to show people there is light at the end of the tunnel? I feel like I do that in my book. Now, My Beautiful Struggle, it talks about all of that now. But I would love to do a sequel in a few years' time about where my life's taken me, because my life has changed dramatically even since then, relationship-wise, and I think sometimes that is a massive part of your life. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I grow and how I change and people I meet along the way. So I would love to create another book in a few years' time and show you where I'm at, and it's exciting really what's going to happen. We never know. Karinus247, when you have those days where you find yourself fixating on the fact you're paralysed, how are you able to find the strength to keep fighting and pushing better, more positive thoughts? The reality is I am paralysed. It's my everyday. There's no escaping it. I'm always reminded of it because I can't just get up and I can't just do some things like when I want to. I have to rely on people a lot. And I think the thing is, if you're just getting on with your life and you're doing things that you enjoy and stuff, you don't really think about it in too much detail. It's when you sit and you think about what your life could be, or just really think about it, and that's when it's like makes you feel crappy. But I don't tend to do that often. But if I ever do, which is quite rare to be honest, I mean I have bad days and down days just like every other person. But if I do feel ever like pissed off because of my injury, which does happen I think it's more when I can't do what I want to do, like I'm restricted. I have been meditating a lot, and it does help, and I just remind myself of all the things I've achieved, and I just really think that whatever situation you're in, it can be a really crap situation, but you can make the best of it. This is it at the end of the day. I can't change what's happened, so I can either be miserable or be positive, get on with my life and do amazing things, and that's my choice. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. Edward AJ has said, do you have a special personal trainer when working out, or can you use one of your own choosing at a regular gym? When I go to Prime Physio in Cambridge, I have someone helping me, and they're awesome. They're so knowledgeable on spinal injuries. I get to do so many amazing things that people probably wouldn't think I'd be able to do. They get me on the floor, they get me like sitting in different positions, laying in different positions, standing up, working out in different ways, and that's awesome. But when I go to the regular gym, me and my assistant just go and we just do what I can. I don't have a personal trainer at the gym. I just do the exercises I know I can do, and I've learned a bit like from physio, so I put it into my gym routine. So, and then at home I can do like boxing and just some more wrist weights and stuff like that, and just balance exercises. But if you are in a similar situation and you go to a gym, don't be afraid to speak to a personal trainer, because they may not know the injury very well, but a lot of people are willing to learn, and a lot of people are interested because it's the body, and like they're absolutely interested in the body, and I think you can learn together what you can do. So I think it's an interesting thing for both people, like the trainer and the paralysed person. So yeah. Meow HP says, hi Jordan, this is for the Q&A video. So I'm almost 15 and I use a wheelchair too. I've got a spinal cord injury, T3 complete. My injury was 3 years ago. I've only just started school again, and as everyone knows, secondary school, year 10, is a nightmare. I did a presentation a couple of weeks after I started at my school, basically just talking about my injury, and people ask questions. That's awesome. However, nearly everyone ignores me. I have a small group of friends who are amazing, and they help me so much and treat me like me. But a lot of the people just ignore me, like the popular group. and others are just so awkward. How can I change this? Okay, a lot of that has to do with age. When I had my accident, loads of people ignored me. And to be honest, some people still do. I think people are awkward. It is just because they're awkward and they don't know what to say. So you have a small group of amazing friends. I'd say focus on them. You don't need loads of friends. Honestly, I used to be so upset that I didn't have masses of friends. But recently I've grown to know that it is quality over quantity every single time. If those people don't have the time of day for you, don't have the time of day for them. Like, be polite, be nice, say hi to them, and if they ignore you, then they're not even worth having in your life. So it's good to have a few close, good friends, and ones that treat you like you, because you are you're just sat down. But the others, just don't even worry about them. Like, honestly, if I could go back and tell myself, that's something I'd love to say to myself, is don't worry about people. You don't need a lot of people, you just need good people. So always remember that, like, you're not alone, like, you have a good group of friends. Just the popular people, who cares? They're not always going to be popular at high school. You're not going to be at high school forever. You'll meet your people as you grow, and you know, you find people that you connect with, and you obviously don't connect with these people, so they're not even worth it, honestly. Got a text? Lydia Gallivan has said, how do you like going to the gym, and has it been making improvements? With my injury, I can't change my injury, basically. I've had someone else ask me this recently, saying like, will it make my hands move? Will I ever be able to walk again? My injury is my injury. You can't change a spinal cord injury unless there's a cure. However, I do feel that my arms are getting stronger, so I am improving in that aspect. In the, you know, the muscles I can use are definitely getting stronger, and I feel like I look leaner. So yeah, I'm bloody loving it, and it's amazing. Like yesterday, I put an Instagram video up of me doing like this pull down exercise, and I did the same exercise in my what I eat in a day vlog, and like literally can't see any definition, but now you're starting to see definition, and it's such a buzz, like honestly. Obates11 has said, how do your eyelashes get so big? I'm quite lucky, I have got long eyelashes, but I use Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, it's awesome, but I have always had really long lashes. It's just how my lashes are. Debbie J, I think it's Debbie J276. Have you been on any dates yet? I have not been on any dates whatsoever. I just think like, I don't even know how people meet people. Like, it's such a strange thing, especially with like what I do. Like, it's quite, I'm just at home filming videos. But no, I haven't been on any dates. I would, for sure. Colin Colt 84 has said, who does your hair every day? So my personal assistants do my hair for me. Yeah, I can't do my hair. I can brush it, but I can't really style it. Emmy has said, what is your best advice for partners of people with disabilities to remember? To be considerate, be a nice person, to remember that, you know, sometimes there are down days, and you support your partner like you would support a partner without a disability. In my past relationship, I was with him for quite a long time, and obviously people start seeing past the disability, so it didn't really come into it so much. So it wasn't really ever an issue, I didn't think. Well, you never know. But I think people just need to remember just to treat you the same as, you know, anyone else. But just be considerate. On Twitter, Izzy has said, sorry if you've already mentioned in one of your previous videos, but what fake tan do you use, as I want to buy a good one? Recently I've been using Loving Tan. It used to just be available in Australia, but you can now get it in the UK, which is awesome, and it's my favourite. I've got it on today, but I've tried to scrub it off a bit because I want to put some more on Friday. But it's really good, it's really dark, and it lasts a long time. It's my favourite one. I wore it when I went to Barcelona because I knew it would last. I didn't have to top it up or anything. So yeah, that's my favourite one at the moment. But if you're looking for more of an affordable one, I would say Cocoa Brown. Where a Smile has said, do you have plans on writing other books? I adored the first one, thank you. Yeah, I would love to. You know, you never know where life's going to take you. I would for sure write another book, like I said earlier, in a few years' time. Oh, this is nice. Anna Louise has said, Jordan, how are you doing? Not a perfect question, but I thought I'd ask. I'm okay. I'm doing good. I've been hurt the past few days with something that I found out, which I might mention, I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of you guys have asked me about it. But I'm actually really good. I'm just hurt. Jamie has said, I use my wheelchair on and off and get so many people staring at me. How do you deal with it and stay so confident? It makes me so self-conscious. And then Soph, the tweet down, has asked me the same. How do you deal with people staring or strangers asking about your wheelchair? Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm in a wheelchair. There's nothing I can do about it. I kind of sometimes forget, and I don't even notice the stairs as often anymore because I just kind of look straight ahead. I'm not taking much notice of people around me. So sometimes my friend might walk past and I'll be just looking straight ahead and I'll be like, oh, okay, hi. I just think you've got to rock what you've got. Like, honestly, we have one life. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. We only have one life. What is the point in worrying about what people think all the time? Because at the end of the day, they may think something for a second, but then you're forgotten in their thoughts. But it's gonna sit with you longer than it's gonna sit with them. So I just think rock what you've got, and you know, if you need a wheelchair, you need a bloody wheelchair. That's just the way it is. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not like we've got some contagious disease. We sat down. There's a lot more to than just sitting down. I know, but not everyone knows that, obviously. But I mean, everyone lacks in confidence at some point. I'm not really, really confident. I'm just who I am. And when people ask me about the wheelchair, I don't find that a bad thing at all. I think it's quite good that, you know, instead of just staring, they're actually asking and they're interested. I think some people are just intrigued and that's why people look. So they're thinking, oh, I wonder, you know, why she's in a wheelchair. But yeah. Pixie Willow has said, what is your greatest achievement so far in your life, professional or personal? My greatest achievement, I would say writing a book is a pretty massive deal. I just feel like I've done quite a lot in my life so far, and I'm quite proud of the things that I've done. Written a book, I've raised awareness for road safety, I've been on TV talking about my story, I've helped people by sharing my beautiful struggle video, and I feel like a real achievement for me was getting over depression myself when I was quite young, and that was massive. Actually, my greatest achievement, I guess, so far would be not necessarily just my book or all those things. It is that I believe in myself and that I am not letting my disability hold me back. And I think that's a massive thing, because it's making me able to achieve those other things. So there are all the questions. I mean, a lot of you guys did ask me about the ex and why I've been a bit angry. And a lot of you saw on Snapchat, I put a mug in the bin and put muggy when your ex is trash. And basically it's because he's lied to me. Yeah, I don't mind saying it. He's lied to me. I was really over the situation, and then he tried to win me back. Well, he didn't try to win me back. He basically said he wants to see me. And it was a bit like, well, what do you do? It's hard when you've loved someone for 6 years and you're engaged to them. You kind of I always feel like you could give people another chance. But, and then on Saturday night, I had a phone call from some random girl telling me that he has a girlfriend and has lived with her for 3 months. And it turns out I've looked back and he lived with her literally as soon as he left here. So I feel betrayed, because he obviously knew her before he left. You don't just move in with someone like that. And he lied to my face saying he'd not met anyone, not been on any dates. So I just feel, I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. And I just feel betrayed, and I just thought he was a better person. It's literally, me and my family feel like we don't even know who he was because he could lie so easily. But, I mean, that's a bit of an overshare. That's why I said it at the end of the video. Not that everyone's going to watch all the video. But, you know, it's the truth. I don't lie, like some people. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am now going to go to the gym, I think. Because I'm not going to be able to go anymore this week because I've got a busy week. as always. And then I'm seeing a friend later who I haven't seen in over a year because she moved to Spain, so that'd be nice. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave me some requests for videos in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day.